Good Monday evening, March 10th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Dramatic video emerged over the weekend of Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents detaining a man suspected of immigration violations in Wenatchee. The Leavenworth brush drop-off site operated by Chelan County won't reopen for business this year. Wetter and cooler weather is on the way. I'll have your full local weather forecast coming up. Wenatchee High School is searching for its next principal and athletic director. Eric Anderson has been the high school's principal for the last 10 years and took on an additional role as athletic director in 2024. Beginning this summer, Anderson will move to a district-level position as executive director of learning, teaching, and schools following the retirement of two district cabinet members. The high school principal and athletic director jobs officially opened today, and there will be community input opportunities during the search process. Anderson's first day at the district office is set for July 1st. Dramatic video emerged over the weekend of Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents detaining a man suspected of immigration violations in Wenatchee. The arrest unfolded Saturday just after noon outside La Tienda Mexicana supermarket, and footage was uploaded to Facebook by Luis Zavala. Witnesses said plainclothes men with Homeland Security badges pinned the man to the ground while handcuffing him before placing him in an unmarked vehicle. Our media partner, the Wenatchee World, reports the man's identity wasn't disclosed. President Donald Trump has signed executive orders expanding enforcement authority for ICE, as well as broadening the categories of immigrants who are subject to arrest and deportation. The Colville Confederated Tribes have installed their first electric vehicle chargers, now operating in Manson. The Evolution chargers at the Colville's Fuels Deep water station went live last Wednesday. The station is on tribal trust land that includes the 12 Tribes Casino. Colville Chairman Jared Michael Erickson says it's an important step towards allowing electric vehicles to travel throughout Colville territories, including to remote communities. The Colville Reservation covers 2,100 square miles from Omak east through Okanagan and Ferry counties. Last fall, the tribes received a $15 million grant from the U.S. Department of Energy to install EV charging infrastructure at 12 sites within the reservation boundaries. State Representative Brian Burnett has passed his first bill through the Washington House. The former Chelan County Sheriff was prime sponsor of House Bill 1969, which would provide available aircraft from the Washington Military Department when local agencies answer a search and rescue call. The bill would also create a grant program to help fund repair, maintenance, and operations of helicopter fleets kept by local police agencies. Burnett's legislation passed the House on Saturday by a vote of 96-0. It now goes to the Washington Senate for final approval. When we come back, the annual Two Rivers Medieval Fair will not be returning to Kashmir this May. The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society will offer a 2-day discounted spay and neuter clinic for low-income pet owners on March 31st and April 1st. And it's time for spring cleaning around the Wenatchee Valley, including the Swakane shooting range near Rocky Reach Dam. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan.
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
Central Washington Water is your hot spring spa dealer for over 45 years. Shop their showroom and see the new Freshwater Smart IQ. This is a new innovative approach to super simple water care combined with the freshwater salt system to give you clean, balanced spa water naturally. There's a hot tub for every budget. Buy plug-and-play spas starting at $79 per month. See Central Washington Water at the KPQ Home Expo and save up to $1,000 on a hot spring spa. Central Washington Water.
Between juggling groceries, preparing meals, and lending a helping hand, you're a hero without a cape. But who's there to support you? Aging and Adult Care honors caregivers like you, the relatives, friends, and neighbors, helping loved ones remain safely at home. Aging and Adult Care offers chore services, respite, personal care, and more. Serving Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Lincoln, Adams, and Okanagan counties, call Aging and Adult Care at 1-800-572-4459 for caregiver support.
The annual Two Rivers Medieval Fair will not be returning to Kashmir this May. The fair is a reenactment of the Renaissance and Middle Ages, featuring costumed knights jousting, a wide variety of medieval food, archery, vendor booths, and more. The nonprofit board of directors cited major setbacks to the planning process as the reason for the postponement, including major planning setbacks and issues with applying to renew the organization's nonprofit status. Last year marked the 15th anniversary of the fair. Two Rivers Medieval Fair interim president Maya Henderson told our media partner, the Wenatchee World, that the organization is determined to return in 2026, offering a new and improved experience. The Leavenworth Brush drop-off site operated by Chelan County won't reopen for business this year. The county's Public Works Office decided to cancel the springtime opening for that brush yard located at Icicle Road and East Leavenworth Road. Drop-offs at the location have seen a severe decline since it opened in 2017 from 1,500 cubic yards collected a few years ago to less than 460 yards in 2024. To cover the cost to operate the site, the county says it would have to raise the minimum drop-off fee from $25 to $150 per load. The Leavenworth area is within the state apple maggot quarantine zone, meaning brush cannot be disposed of at the nearby Dryden transfer station. The county recommends residents inside the zone to take their brush instead to Winton Manufacturing Chempost Works near Lake Wenatchee, which charges a $15 minimum fee. The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society will offer a 2-day discounted spay and neuter clinic for low-income pet owners on March 31st and April 1st. Pet owners from Chelan and Douglas County can receive affordable vaccinations, microchips, and spay and neuter services for their furry friends. The income of all pet owners must be verified as at or below 80% of the area median income for their household size, as shown on this chart from the Humane Society. Many forms of self-identification will be accepted, including a pay stub, EBT card, Apple Health card, and more. Pets will be seen by appointment only. Appointments can be made on the Humane Society's website. It's time for spring cleaning around the Wenatchee Valley, including the Squaw shooting range near Rocky Reach Dam. The State Department of Fish and Wildlife says trash and debris has accumulated at the public range about 3 miles up Squaw Canyon off Highway 97A. Volunteers are coordinating a cleanup effort starting at 10 a.m. this Saturday, and more sign-ups are needed. You can offer your services by registering through the Fish and Wildlife website. The range will be closed for shooting during the 2-hour cleanup period, but will reopen immediately after. Coming up next, about 80 people gathered inside the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center for the inaugural Indian Hemp Symposium on Friday. We'll have more on that coming up in tonight's feature story. Expect wetter weather to move in by midweek and stick around through the weekend. I'll have your full local weather forecast coming up. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
It's the National RV Show at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Moses Lake, March 13th to the 23rd. Check out the enormous selection of both new and used RVs, motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, with huge incentives, 0 down and no payments for 90 days. Top manufacturers are coming from across the country, like Winnebago, Holiday Rambler, Forest River, Thor, Flagstaff, Grand Design RV, and more. And enter to win $30,000 or a new RV. Get $3,000 over NADA for your trade, paid for or not. So come on down to the National RV Show at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Moses Lake, March 13th to the 23rd.
This March, Lake Chelan welcomes food and wine lovers to an unforgettable experience. Taste Chelan. 16 of the Valley's top wineries and restaurants create the perfect pairing of fine wines and Epicurean delights. With 4 unique winery tracks and 5 weekends to explore, every visit offers something fresh and exciting. From your first sip to the last bite, every moment is a delicious adventure, so don't wait. Tickets are selling fast. Visit tastechelan.com today.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station based right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Be sure to tune in for coverage of local sports. Once again, this spring we'll bring you prep boys soccer, baseball, and softball. In addition, we're adding Wenatchee Bighorn basketball in March, April, and May. It's all right here on the NCWLIFE channel, our Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as our website at ncwlife.com.
About 80 people gathered inside the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center for the inaugural Indian Hemp Symposium on Friday. Indian hemp, or dogbane, is durable and was used by indigenous communities to make baskets, fish nets, and horse bridles. The 3-day event was put on by the Indigenous Roots and Reparation Foundation, IRF, and brought practitioners from British Columbia, Montana, Idaho, and elsewhere. The program is geared towards tribal members and descendants, and together they gathered hemp, learned how to process it, and heard presentations from plant experts. NCWLIFE News spoke with IRF founder Mary Big Bull Lewis and 2 symposium presenters who spoke about the importance of community and passing down cultural knowledge to younger generations.
This program is a continuance of our Indian Hemp field trip that we host annually. We hosted our 4th annual Indian Hemp field trip in November, and it's only a 1-day trip, and so the majority of our programming is for tribal members and descendants to be able to have the opportunity to come together and be in community with each other and learn our cultural teachings and just be together.
I'm just trying to get my kids and myself out on the land just to keep ourselves engaged with our community and grounded. It's just been kind of helping relieve the stress and anxiety in today's times, is just to get them out there with their culture, with other people. And it helps them be a lot more connected to, why we do the things we do and see other people doing it as well, so they don't feel alone. Online's great, but unless you're actually feeling the plant and seeing the plant and holding it in your hands and laughing with people and eating together, it's just, you're kind of missing a huge part of the whole reason why we do the things we do. Some of the elders that were speaking, they were like, this, talking and laughing and eating together, it's like one of the most important reasons of why we're alive and, part of a culture together as human beings.
Our teacher that taught me had said that never be stingy with it. It's not my knowledge to keep or to own, that it's more value to be given away, especially towards new learners, towards other Native people. It's a living culture thing, it's revitalization, it's a remembrance of traditions, that type of thing, and it makes me feel good to teach. I enjoy to teach people, whatever level you are, to see the people gather something like this and just to make string and make things out of the string as we make it. It makes me proud. My dad was a really great leader, so just to know that the knowledge I have is beneficial to all. I feel like I'm a great teacher, teaching be taught, something that he always taught us. Be able to go and learn just as well, whether it's a child, how they take in the information towards learning the information, and as well as the elders, coming to see elders here, learning from their wisdom and experiences as well. So just taking my place in the line of teachers and learners is my thing.
I've had elders reach out that have never had access to this type of teaching. And it goes to show that there's a lot of work and healing that we need to do, and that we have the youth here to learn and to continue these teachings. And so if I can be a part of that, and if I can provide the space and do that for them, then that's what it's about for me. That's what I care about. And so I want to make sure that the people are taken care of. We face a lot of things with just separation of our culture, loss of culture, of our languages and our history, and that's so important to bring back and to advocate for.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Monday. And boy, what a beautiful weekend. Mid-50s Saturday, 61 degrees yesterday. Today, not quite the same. We had a few more clouds out there today and some cooler temperatures. And with those clouds, we're talking snow. Not so much for tonight, but as we get into Tuesday, and we're talking Tuesday night through Thursday as our first of two storm systems move in. You can see Stevens Pass, 6 to 8 inches of snow. I'm thinking about 3 to 5 inches of snow on Snoqualmie Pass, and we'll even see some up on Loop Pass. So winter not done with us yet, as we will see a little bit of that snow midweek. High temperatures as we get you into Tuesday. Going to be a little bit cooler than today. 50 for both Moses Lake and Ephrata, 49 in Quincy, 48 in Wenatchee, 47 for Entiat, 46 in Leavenworth tomorrow, and 47 the high temperature in Kashmir. Tonight we can expect mostly cloudy skies. We are seeing a pretty good flow of clouds moving in from the southwest, and it's along this trough of low pressure that's kind of dragging a cold front with it. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, lows in the mid-30s overnight tonight. For your Tuesday, here's our first storm system poised to move in. It will begin to bring some showers into northwestern Washington tomorrow, and then by tomorrow night we will see some shower activity, not before we get into the upper 40s for highs tomorrow afternoon. For your midweek Wednesday, it looks wet. Cloudy skies, low pressure to our north, a frontal boundary right through Washington. We are all going to see some sort of precipitation on Wednesday. High temperatures a little cooler into the mid and upper 40s. For your Thursday, mostly cloudy skies. We will continue to see some clouds from that area of low pressure, so just scattered showers here in north central Washington. High temperatures mid to upper 40s for our Thursday. And then as we get into Friday, there is storm number 2 spinning its way onshore in western Washington. About a 50% chance that we'll see some rain, not so much in the afternoon, but here we go into the evening. Might even be mixed with a few snowflakes for us Friday. High temperatures in the mid 40s. Getting into the upcoming weekend, it looks wet. Cloudy skies, a 60% chance of mainly evening showers. And there we go as we get into later in the day on Sunday. We'll warm up just a little bit, upper 40s to near 50 degrees on Saturday. And then for Sunday, it's going to be a wet start to our day, maybe even some snowflakes. A little better towards afternoon. Cloudy skies Sunday afternoon with highs again below normal into the mid and upper 40s. 7-day forecast, 34 overnight tonight. Showers tomorrow night likely, 48 our high, and then rain is likely as we get into Wednesday and 47. A little less chance for the wet stuff on Thursday and 47, and then it just ramps right back up as we get into Friday through the weekend. 46 with a 50% chance of rain Friday. Saturday, a 60% chance of the wet stuff, and then 47 for Sunday with morning rain showers. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Happy Monday. Great to be back from, well, is it great to be back from any vacation? Thanks to Dan for filling in for me last week. What a weekend for Seahawks fans. We learned Friday that Geno Smith would no longer be Seattle's quarterback after the Seahawks shipped him to be with his former coach, Pete Carroll, in Las Vegas for a third-round pick. Then on Saturday, we hear DK Metcalf is out of Seattle, moving on to Pittsburgh to be a Steeler. Seattle shored up its defense's long-term plan Sunday by signing Jaron Reed and Ernest Jones to extensions. Then came today. According to the NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and ESPN's Adam Schefter, this morning Seattle had come to terms on a free agent deal with former Viking quarterback Sam Darnold. The agreement is reportedly for 3 years, $110.5 million. Darnold is coming off his best season as a pro, taking the Vikings to the playoffs and a 14-3 regular season record. Seahawks fans, I guess, are just fingers crossed. Well, the Mariners picked up their 6th win in the preseason yesterday with an 8-1 win over the Rockies in Peoria. The Mariner bats broke open a tie game with 6 runs over the final 2 at-bats against Colorado, getting home runs from J.P. Crawford, Jacob Nottingham, and Luis Sweeble in the process.
Glove last year as utility man because he does have that versatility. JP into right field. This is shot back and deep and gone. We got a tied ball game on a JP Crawford home run. Jacob Nottingham, blast off left field, 1 pitch, and a 3-run home run. Jacob Nottingham opens it up to the 7th. Luis Sweeble batting with 2nd and 3rd. Puts a charge into this. Out towards right center and onto the berm for a 3-run home run. And the Mariners have blown it open.
Seattle was back at the Yard today to face the Brewers before a rare day off tomorrow to prepare to play Kansas City Wednesday in Peoria. While the Seattle Kraken continue to stumble toward the finish line of another disappointing NHL season, the Kraken fell on the road Sunday to the Washington Capitals 4-2. Shane Wright, Jordan Eberle found the back of the net for the Kraken. Joey Decord stopped 20 of 23 shots. Just not enough. Seattle returns home Wednesday night against Montreal at 7:30 with the game set to be broadcast on King 5 and Kong TV. The Wenatchee Wild are still clinging to life support on the chances of reaching the Western Hockey League playoffs. Over the weekend, they fell at home to Prince George on Friday, but then bounced back on Saturday in Kennewick to pick up an overtime win against the Americans. In the process, the Wild completed a season sweep of Tri-City on their home ice.
Shorthanded goal. Back come the Wild with numbers the other way. Over the line, Evan Friesen skating down across. Here's Miles Cooper. Wrist shot scores. Tipped on the way through. Just missed at one end and a power play goal at the other as Wenatchee takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, it was Cooper able to, or was it Friesen? Going to be Friesen that got the goal on the back door.
Wild will win the draw as well. They've dominated in the dot tonight. Reed Andreessen goes over to the right circle. Sean Rios on goal, tipped in. That took all of 7 seconds for the Wild. Second of the game for Evan Friesen. Tri-City's got to stay out of the box. It's 2-0.
Well, now go right to it again. How they stack somebody right in front of the net. Something the Americans did not do on their power play. And there's Friesen with a tap in.
Brendan Jeet backhands it around, ripped up the boards. Wenatchee unable to clear. Here's Cruz Paveo. Centering pass to the slot. Garland scores! Welcome back, Gavin Garland. That's his 21st goal of the season, and the Americans answer back immediately to make it 2-1. Yeah. Time ticking down, 1:20 to go in 4-on-3. Smith through center ice. Passes over to Sloan. Sloan rink wide. Here's Wynot skating in. Back to Sloan. Right circle. Up top. Curran the trailer. Fires. Stopped by G. Rebound. Curran scores! They finally broken through. A power play goal for Max Curran. His 21st of the season ties the game at 2.
Well, you can see that coming. It was a great first shot.
Here's Andreessen over to Maddox McHaggerty on left wing. Down the wing, he'll find in the slot. Dawson Seitz scores! Third overtime winner of the year for Seitz, and the Wild do it again. They win all 4 games at the Toyota Center this season. 3-2 the final score.
Wild broadcaster Austin Droney will be a guest of Dan Kuntz on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley tomorrow morning to discuss the Wild's playoff positioning and the upcoming games this week, starting Wednesday at Kamloops. Well, prep basketball teams, 6 of which from North Central Washington, brought home some hardware from state basketball tournaments that happened over the weekend in Spokane and in Yakima. Elmira Cooley Heartline boys lost a heartbreaker for the state 1B championship to Lummi Nation on Saturday, 53-50. The final, Warriors take home the second place trophy. On the other side of the curtain, earlier in the day in Spokane, the Waterville Mansfield girls fell to Welpin at 57-46. They take home 5th place. Pateras took 6th after a hard-fought 51-47 loss to Oakesdale. In other action, Okanagan boys bring home the 6th place trophy from the state 2B tournament after falling to Northwest Christian Saturday by a final of 67-57. The Brewster girls were also 6th place finishers following a 64-50 loss that was on Saturday to Liberty. Chelan boys, meanwhile, took home 6th place at the state 1A tournament in the Yakima Valley Sundome Saturday. They fell to Meridian in the final game 59-48. Congratulations to all of the teams on a great season. Well, now that the winter season is officially over, NCWLIFE channel can focus on spring sports starting this Friday. That's right, Eastmont Wildcat boys soccer team will host the Pasco Bulldogs in a non-league match Friday night at Wildcat Stadium. Sebastian Moraga is back for another season, and we'll have our play-by-play with a pregame beginning at about 6:45. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock in Wildcat Stadium. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Have a happy Monday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.